Andy, last weekend, the Stags won, the A's won, and the Ladies won, and the first team had quite a good performance against the Reading Enzians, didn't they?
Yeah, we were quite pleased with that. We spent the whole week really working on the fact that it was going to be a tough game first and foremost, and obviously secondly that it was against a Berkshire side, so it became a derby which we've not had for a long time, and they always bring a little bit of extra out of both sides. But there was no getting away from the fact that they were one of the top place sides in the division, only just lost to Bournemouth in their previous fixture, which meant that we were potentially looking at a big score if we didn't actually turn up and do something about it. So I was really pleased that we did do that. I said to somebody recently, losing 46-6 and you're pleased with the result, it's very difficult to get across to people. We're in a position, and we were in a position last year of trying to get positives out of everything. They will have come down expecting to score far more than that, I'm sure, and they probably feel that they made a few mistakes, but we'll take credit for the fact that we actually hustled them into making their mistakes. And they scored 2 tries at the end of the first half, which we really should see off. And then at the last 20 minutes of the game, we're playing with 14 men due to injuries and all replacements being used. Yeah, we played the last 20 minutes with 14 men due to injury, and obviously that man short was in the forwards, and we struggled in the set scrumming the forwards. Paul and Luke Sawyer, there's no getting away from the fact that they offer us a little bit more bulk and experience. I thought Graham did okay, and Alex did okay, for parts, but we were really under pressure. And then when we went down to 7 men, every put-in was nearly their ball. So we're playing with scraps and defending hard. Isaac Nichols, who went off in the second half with an injury, played really, really well in the first half, and we made him man of the match. And he really set the scene as to what we were trying to do. Thought Dan Thorne's kicking in the first half, particularly keeping them pinned back in their 22, was good. It's good to see Oscar put a bomb up on Clarkey. I don't think you could really have put it far better. It landed just outside the 22, and Isaac met him at just the right time. So, I did want them to, we know what Clarkey can do, and he's made a decision to go and play down there. But last thing I wanted him to do was feel if he was playing at home, he needed to realise he was playing away for another team. And so it's important that we sort of did things like that early on. But we'll build on that. But it's important that we take the attitude that we had on Saturday. Can't just expect it to be there. You've got to work at getting it there, particularly going forward this week. But then the other side's Stags won again, which was good. They got off to a flyer, and then sort of hung on to a bit towards the end. We were 24-0 up, and then Joe Harwood, who's a lad who's come up through our Colts, has had numerous knee injuries, and then he's hurt his knee again, which is really disappointing for him. And obviously we sort of wait to see what's happening there, but that sort of knocked the stuffing out them a little bit, and then they were hanging on about 124-19, and then the mighty A's continued to have everybody and anybody want to play for them, and walked away with a 60 or 70 pointers, and the ladies would as well. So if we can just get that first team win, then it would be really good.
Okay, is that win going to come on Saturday in your crystal ball?
In my crystal ball, yeah, well, I'm sure we all dearly hope that it will. You look at the results, the score lines of their games that we've played comparable opposition, it's pretty much the same, quite honestly. They lost to Bournemouth by 107 at the weekend, and they've had they've got 2 bonus points like we have, and they've had similar score lines against the opposition. So it's not going to be easy. We're not in any position of saying that we're going to be supremely better than them. They're in a similar position to us. They have a lot of young players playing, who are obviously taking their time to find their feet at this level, and we can argue we're similar to that. But I think if we go with the right attitude, and are prepared to actually put in a performance away from home, sometimes we've lacked that real passion away from home. There's no reason why we can't come back down the M4 with a win under the belt, and I'm really convinced that once we get that, then others will come, and we've got all the sides who lie around us. We've got to play them all at home yet. Oxford Harlequins, Chippenham, Amersham and Chiltern, all of those sides have got to come and play us at home yet. Now, if we can get one win and maybe sneak another on, a surprise one somewhere, and then beat those sides at home all of a sudden, and I've been here long enough. I've seen sides who have been bottom of the division at Christmas, get a run of 4 or 5 games under their belt. And Westcombe Park did it last year, and Otley did it the year before. And we're the ones that have suffered on each of those occasions. They just seem to get a run of results, and all of a sudden, it's almost as if they can't lose. And so if we can get that first one and then get another quick one after it, then who knows?
Okay, game on. Good luck, everyone. Thanks, Andy.
Thank you.